Every business owner must train to failure. Not because they will build guns like this, but because they will build mental resistance. And you may ask, why do I need mental resistance as a business owner? And I'll ask you, how many times you wanted to do the work, but you haven't done it? How many times you wanted to quit? How many times you felt frustrated while working? Probably a lot. And that's why you need mental resistance. Because building a business is hard. And only the people who have built this mental resistance are the people who succeeded. Take a look at the most successful athletes. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, I can go on and on. All of them train in a specific way. For example, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James held static positions for hours. I'm talking about like wall squat, I'm talking about plank. And they didn't train because it will help them in some way to become better basketball players or better football players. No, no, and no. They trained by holding these asymmetrical holds for a long period because they built the mental resistance. You probably have done plank in your life. If you haven't, go and try it. Hold the position. Yes, you can hold 10, 20 seconds, 1 minute, but then after that, your brain starts to tell you, you can't hold anymore. Rest. No, now you're tired. Your shoulder is hurting. Your core is also hurting. Stop, stop. Your brain will start convincing you to stop and stop and stop. And this is where you train your brain to say, shut the fuck up, and you keep doing this. And that's what you need to do in business as well. You feel times where you will want to quit. You have times where you are doing a certain task, but your brain will trick you to stop doing this and focus on something else. And if you have trained in a certain way, you can tell your brain, shut the fuck up, and you can continue doing what actually matters. Like, I'll give you an example with myself. Like, when I started going to the gym, I actually educated myself a lot. I watched a lot of videos. I also bought some courses to learn the ins and outs of fitness and nutrition. And I always trained within the safe range, 8 to 12 reps. Like, I can push. I can reach this 12 reps. Even though I can do more, I'll just throw the weight. And I'll do the same the next set, and the next set, and the next set. I always wanted to save some fuel for the next exercise. But guess what? I trained myself to go easy on everything I do. For example, when I'm about to write some email, when I'm about to do some code messaging, I'll just, for example, reach the mark of 40, and then I will lay down and I say, good job, Bert, you did perfectly, you can go, you can chill. No, and no, and no. I recently learned that I have to train my mental resistance. And that's why I started training till failure, and I feel incredible. Yes, I literally feel incredible because I go to the gym, I give 110% of myself. I push literally to the last energy I have. I push to the end. And then when I finish, I actually feel proud of myself. I'm not anymore this guy who do 12 reps and I throw the weights and I just put my timer on and I wait to rest and then I'll do it again. No, I exhaust myself to my limits. I want to see what my limitations are. I want to see what I'm capable of. And these skills from the fitness, all of them transferred in my business. Right now, I'm always challenging myself. How many content I can create, how many messages I can send, how many sales calls I can book. I always push myself to my limits. Not the biological one, but the mental limits. Because there is a difference between a biological limits and also mental limits. I learned this exercise from Charlie Morgan that you can practice right now. Go grab something light. Light, when I say light, I mean around 1 to 3 kilograms. Then grab it in front of you and hold it like this. Let me just give an example. Bear with me. By the way, this is the quality of YouTube views you can expect in my channel. I suddenly go to the other room to grab an item, but this item is really important. So look around yourself and see an item that weighs between 1 to 3 kilograms. I have my bottle of water of 1 liter, which is around 1 kilogram. And what I want you to do, I want you to stretch your arms in front of you and hold this bottle of water. You can hold this bottle of water for 30 seconds, for 1 minute. Just try to hold it. Like, it's not a heavy weight, right? Like, the whole idea behind this exercise is to choose something that's light and that's not heavy. And I don't want you, of course, to hurt yourself, but try to observe your brain right now. If you want to, you can pause the video and just observe your brain. See what your brain starts to think when you hold this. Like right now, I'm probably 30 seconds in and my brain is telling me, dude, just drop it off and continue with your video. And after a few minutes, my brain will tell me, yo, your left shoulder is hurting, drop it off. Then I will say, drop it out, like I'm tired, focus on something else. And this way you observe how your brain always comes up with some different excuses of why not to do something. And the best way for you to overcome this and train yourself is simply to do exercise like this. That's called static hold. You can do plank, you can train to failure, but I highly recommend you do this. Right now I'll drop it because my monkey brain won over the situation and I don't want to hold you like for hours here. Obviously I won't hold it for hours, but I hope you got the idea of this video. You must train your mental resistance muscle if you really want to succeed in business. Why? Because business is hard. And the problem is never with the business, the problem is always with the person. So that's why I'm showing you things that I'm learning, that I'm training myself in my personal life, that will reflect on my business life and that will help me grow. So please start training to failure so you can grow muscles like this and also build a business.